Hello, everyone. I'm a lot louder today. um, so, welcome in. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome back to the stream. We are painting something that we did essentially this weekend, or last weekend. We're going to put a little bit of a different twist on it. But I'll let some time pass, just a little bit for some people to get in here and get settled in, get comfy. I hope everybody's got a drink with them today, because I got my drink here unopened but ready to go nonetheless. I'm just trying to get my space organized, because it's always a good thing to have, is an organized space. I'm very bad at just immediately after a stream cleaning up. That's not where that paint goes. Just cleaning up after myself, because I'm like, I'm done and I want to go to sleep. So I do. And then, yep, now we're here. Now I'm trying to do some last minute cleanup of, actually I might want to keep this, of my entire space. But hey, Slayer Legend, PA Dutchman, how's it going? Glad you can come in. Stop on by as you will. So, oh, dang it, I didn't get, need my mouse. There we go, got the mouse. Got the camera all in place. Oh, nice. Yeah, we got a 96 coming up too. I got nothing. Hey, Hecatone, how's it going? Glad you could stop by. We're gonna get started here in just a second. I'm organizing my stuff here. If you want to see me organize my stuff, you know what? I'm just gonna turn over to the paint table so we can see what we are painting today. Where is my OBS? Bam. Voila. We did it. Look at this. Well, I should probably zoom in a little bit, huh? Enhance. Cameras. Cameras are never easy. I keep on messing around with this. I swear, this camera, every single stream, this camera ends up in a new place. Well, yeah, this is what we're painting today. It's another Miramore and Banshee, but I have done some pre-work on it so far. Hey, Nervous Null, how's it going? Glad you can come in. We're painting another Miramore and Banshee, but like it says in the title, this is a less traditional one. As you can see, it's not blue. It's not like our other blue girl that we have over here, not the traditional sense. We're doing something a little bit different. We're going to go with the more classic Halloween colors, but not the classic Nighthaunt colors. So, we'll see how this turns out. Move my camera every time. Still hooked up to my Lumix. Oh no. I thought you got the new camera, didn't you? I thought you did. The GK7923W, letters and numbers. Oh, okay. It's the same thing. Gotcha. The Lumix. You guys are hearing double? That's not good. What is going on? I am speaking in stereo. Let me see if I can...
Hydrate, you bastard! Hydrate!
I will hydrate. I will hydrate here in a second. Crap. Well, if I'm in stereo, we might have some issues, because in order for me to go not stereo, I gotta like restart the entire stream. At least I think so. Yay, troubleshooting at the very start of a stream. Nervous Null, you are 100% correct. So let me see if I can try and fix this without restarting the stream. But if we end up restarting the stream, everybody don't be super surprised. But I'll let you know before I do it. So please stand by. Yeah, everybody, I'm going to have to restart the stream. I'm so sorry. Give me like 5 minutes and we will be right back here where we started. Sound good? Oh, I sound good now. I sound good. Do I still sound good? Are we still good? Yes, we're good now. Oh. I didn't even do anything. I was just clicking stuff, and then all of a sudden now everyone's screaming in chat that it's working. So we'll take it as it is. Yeah, it knew that it was going to restart. I was like, no, please don't. Well, thank you all. Thank you all for helping. Right as I got up, it stopped. Yeah, well, that's... Sometimes it knows when Dad's around. All right. But continuing on and looking at... Let's look a little bit closer at what we have here. Yeah, find a good position. I'm just going to try and shift the camera around a little bit. Boop. A little higher, a little more left. Okay. So the idea here, so before we get started, I'll talk a little bit what we're doing here. I did an orange underspray, but even prior to that, I did a black prime with my airbrush, and then I did a zenithal of a gray, and then I did the whole kind of slap chop method where you're dry brushing white on top of the gray, but I only got well, obviously the top part's gray. This part was black. So that is going to give us like more shade and depth. You got to go. All right, I'll post some pics when it's finished, Noel. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate you. Have a good one, man. All right. But where were we? Yes. So, and then dry brushed it with white. And then I took my airbrush and I sprayed a little bit of Fire Giant Orange on the underpart. I love putting Army Painter Speed Paint through an airbrush. It's really nice. But yeah, I think this will be a good start of what I am planning on doing. So what I'm trying to do is kind of get an idea that, like, there is just the overall highlights, but then I kind of want to highlight more from like an underneath perspective, to where it's like you want this portion to be more highlighted than the top portion. So we're gonna make this portion here the focal point, and everything else is gonna be kind of a little dulled out in the back. But let's see how we're gonna do that. And I think the best way to do that is we're going to use a good amount of contrast paints. I'm going to use Garrigax Sewer. This is like one of my favorites. Stand by for turbulence. Rio! What's up? Glad you can come in. We were just getting started. Oh, yes. And today's beer, because I do have to redeem a hydrate. That is something that I have to do. Let me finish pouring this beer. Today's beer is Salty Crew Blonde Ale. I sound silly? Back with the emotes. I love it. Daunt is telling me I sound silly again. Can you define silly? I'm in a cup. What the hell is going on? Do I sound like I'm in a cup? I know. Audio, I swear. Are we better now? Oh, wait, hold on. Let me check something here real quick. Okay, is that better? Yeah. Okay. I think I might have had... Let me try plugging it back in again. I just went through all of the tabs where I have the stream open, and I just muted everything. I just double checked to make sure everything was muted. So I might have had a playback. So, have I tried downloading more RAM? You know, I have tried, except, you know, I even got like the larger package because it was on sale, and so I downloaded more RAM, and I haven't seen a huge difference. I already got a lot of RAM in this computer, but I tell you what, if you want to have increased speeds, go to downloadmoreram.com. It's a fun time. But today's beer is brought to you by Salty Crew Blonde Ale. It's a boat beer. by Coronado Brewing Company. It's actually not bad. Okay, let's get started, shall we? I feel like we've putzed around long enough, fixing issues. But thank you all for being patient and being here, helping me solve my issues. We're gonna get it one day. We're gonna get it. Yeah, I hope everyone's doing well this wonderful Wednesday. I recently just finished my second to last test. I downloaded all my RAM off Pirates Bay. They even do the new DDR5. Griggsy, how's it going? It's been a while. I'm glad you can make it. Okay. So the first thing I want to do is I want to get this part of the hood shroud cloak thingy. I want to get that the appropriate color, which is going to be, it's going to be brown. It's going to be a darker brown, and then we're going to highlight it up. But that's the whole point of contrast paints. So we're going to apply a nice generous coat over the, I guess it's a cowl. I don't know what we'd classify it as. I mean, if we classify it as a cowl, then it's like it's too long. Then it's like, is it? It's not a cape. Capes are too short. It could be a cloak, but then I guess it could be a cloak. I don't know. Gotta be quick with this too, because paint dries super quick in my location, so I have to be fast. If not, then I'm gonna have coffee staining effects, and I don't want that. I think we've got good coverage. I think we got everything. We're gonna get some of the inside here as well. Just to get enough. Nice in the shadows. Oh. You classify it as heresy. Wait, which part? Which part do you classify as heresy? I need to know so I don't get, purged. Because if I'm doing something heretical, I should know about it. That's the big no-nos. Rio, do you work for the Inquisition? I mean, it's kind of like asking an undercover cop if they're a cop, but do you? Because I would love to know if you do, because then I have to be on my P's and Q's like even more. To get a little bit more of this Garagak sewer. Oh no. Emojis are confirmation. All right. I think we're going to be good on that part. Now, something that I have been trying to figure out is what to do the rest of her colors in terms of the part that belongs to her. That's like, you know, her body. So I think we're gonna use some Flesh Tear's Red. Because it's going to give us a nice deep red color. And I think it'll be very nice for, you know, we want like the light to be orange, but we want her body to be red. So let's take a little bit of red. And we're going to apply it on her skin. There we go. All right, this microphone, you're going to have to be at a different elevation. I cannot have you down at my head level.
Hiya.
Hiya. What are we hi-yaing about? We hi-yaing about the microphone? Because that is appropriate. I would definitely take that hiya. And then another thing we can do is we can kind of get these other reds down here.
Ooh-woo.
Oh, we got the ooh-woos. Get the reds down here. Hold on, I'm like trying to make sure I maintain a cohesive train of thought before I get brutally distracted here. Gonna start at the base, and I'm going to just kind of blend it up a little bit to kind of feather it out.
Hydrate, you bastard! Hydrate!
Okay, we're gonna hydrate again. We'll hydrate one more time. Let me get this last little bit here. And I just gotta feather this out. So for feathering it out, all you're doing is you're taking whatever, like you're taking the paint that you had on your brush, and you wipe it off, and then you take your wet brush that has nothing on it, and you just kind of pull away from the paint that you were just painting, and it should feather it out. But you have to do it before the paint dries, and that's why I got to be quick. All right, let us hydrate a little bit. All I have here for hydration is just beer at the moment, so I guess we're hydrating with some beer. So cheers. That's good stuff. All right. Now that we have some reds on there.
Hydrate, you bastard! Hydrate!
Oh, we're hydrating again. Very well. Cheers. That'll do. Okay. There's some of the reds. We're going to let all this kind of fully dry. Some of the parts are still wet, so we're going to let that dry. But while we're letting that dry, we're going to take some Basilicanum Gray. I think this is this the one with the... Nope, that is not the one with the balls in it. That's the one with the balls in it. There it is. Yeah! We're using the emotes. I love those. Those are good. All right. Got some turbulence. And now we have ourselves some Basilicanum Gray, and we are going to paint the actual base just to give us a baseline kind of stone color. So I don't need the stone to be like super dark. I just want it to be well, just a darker washed out gray. Gives it kind of like a little bit of a pastel look. What was it? I feel like I was talking about something, and then I get distracted by myself. You know, you should go see medical help or go see like some professional help if you get distracted just by yourself. Like, I'm doing something, and now I'm not doing that thing that I started off doing. So, you know, I just haven't gotten around to it because I always forget. I get distracted by myself. One day I'll get there. One day I will remember to go see if there's anything wrong with my head. But until then, I'm just going to be happy. Happy to be here. You what? Yeah, I get distracted by me. I distract myself all the time. There we go. Now we're gonna just try and make sure we get the rim, or not the rim, I guess, around the base. That should handle all that. And let's see, have we fully dried up here on the cloak? Did we establish that this was a cloak or not? I forget. SpongeBob and Squidward. Yes. SpongeBob and Squidward. Yep, double check that was a Garagak sewer. I just want to get another coat down here at the bottom. I want this part to be dark. Dark. Gotta be quick here because I have to feather this out. And that is way too... Wait, hold on. Something about... I think it's called a coif. A coif. Not a queef, but a coif. Coif. Yeah, it could be a coif, but usually a coif is kind of like just a hood. So if it was just a hood without the rest of this, I would be 100% on your side. I think though this would be classified as a cloak. I'm gonna stick with that. I'm gonna stick that that it's a cloak. But as you can see, as I have applied the Garagak sewer over it, you can see that there's some of the bright areas. So like right here and down here, there's the bright areas that still stand out and come through the brown, even though Garagak sewer is a babushka hat. Possibly. You know, we'll put a pin in that one. We'll put a pin in that one to see. Oh, what the hell? To see whether or not that is That is the honest name of said article of clothing. Give me just a second. Okay, I'm back. Now, one of the things that I was thinking about doing, because if we look, let's pull the color wheel. Let's pull out the color wheel, and let's take a look at what we're doing here. So we have an orange-red. Let's flip her around. Orange, red-orange. And our complementary colors are blue and green if we're going to do a split complementary. Meaning, I kind of want her her corset. That's the word. I remembered it. It's corset. Her corset to be kind of that green color. And then her jaw, when are we going to make her jaw? Well, we're going to highlight up the red, so it could be red. I kind of want it to be a bone color, just because that's going to really bring out the features in her face. So we're going to make that, a bone color. And there's fuzz on this thing. I think that's by me. That is by me dry brushing, and I fuzzed all over. So we'll put this up on the wall with a red orange, with our complementary colors being green and blue, with the exact opposite being a blue green. Need to tone it down a little bit. I kind of want it to be, these base colors, I kind of want them to be muted. So I think with all of these kind of being translucent colors, and then doing like around her hands and her face and her torso, making those solid regular paints, like more opaque paints, I think that's really gonna bring out and make that part pop. Let's double check, make sure that all this is dry. Some of this doesn't look dry yet, and I need to make sure that it's dry, because I'm going to dry brush. I'm going to dry brush over this brown, because that's how we're going to highlight it up. Because I tried doing bright and highlight and then shading down, but I didn't want to get everything, and it turned out bad. What is she? Does she have some kind of powers or something? Yes and no. This is a Mirmorn Banshee from Warhammer Age of Sigmar. They are, well, they're banshees, and pretty much banshee in any sort of sense of the word, to where they have kind of like their screaming, wailing attack. They are I don't know the exact lore behind the Mirmorn Banshees, like for the Warhammer lore itself, but I think, oh geez, yeah, I'm not 100%. I'm not 100% sure, but I would just go with whatever lore that you think of for banshees. That is going to be the lore for this banshee. So let's see here. I think a good color to start highlighting up with is going to be Doombull Brown, because we kind of want that redness to stay. We're gonna make down here at the bottom. We're gonna make this a lot of blues and purples and greens, especially down here, and that's gonna contrast with her being so orange and red. She's a yeller. Got it. Yep, 100%. She's just a screamer. she's got opinions, and she's gonna let the whole world know about it. And no, I am not condoning, or I'm not saying that you can't have an opinion. I'm saying there are some opinions that you don't need to let the whole world know about. You can just keep them to yourself. An undead Karen. Yep. She wants to talk to your manager. Boy, howdy. Yep. She's going to talk to the manager. And the manager, then she'll never be satisfied with whatever the manager is going to say. So she's going to want to talk to the owner. That, or she's going to be like, do you know who I am? And everyone in the store is just going to look like, I don't know who you are. I love that. That's like one of my favorite things to do is like, I always wait for the day where someone's like, do you know who I am? And I'd, nope, I don't know who you are. I don't know you from a bar of soap, dude. Or ma'am. Not. You are not in like my list of people who I should know. Let's see if we can kind of get this rolling edge here. And this is a very subtle highlight at the moment, but we're gonna apply some more colors to try and brighten this up. But just as a start, we're gonna get to this point and see where we're at. But I do like Doombull Brown, especially since I'm doing a lot of red colors. That this reddish brown color really looks good. But I just kind of want to get a lot of the edges just to get a nice highlight. Need to speak to the manager about your motherfucking waffle fries. Yep, need them waffle fries. I think I think waffle fries are like the best type of way, like the best way of getting, like, having fries. I think if you're gonna have fries, it needs to be waffle fries. That's what I think. That's my take. Now, in terms of type of fries, because obviously there's more than just your standard. There's more than just your standard fries, right? You got Cajun fries, you got seasoned fries, all those kind of fries. Oh, very hot take. Hey, hail Shadowcat, welcome back. Glad you could join us. Hold on. After death, Karens are reascend back into the world in demon form as an Ashley. That is kind of a hot take. If we're doing hot takes, I think Karen's reincarnating into Ashley's. That's a very hot take. We're good. We're getting into like Inception levels here. I don't know if we're ready for that conversation. I don't think the world is ready for that conversation yet. We're still trying to deal with Karens. We don't need to deal with afterlife.
What the dog doing?
Well, what the dog doing? Well, the dog is in the other room with you, Dantioni. But I guess let me grab. Oh no, I have a hair stuck on this thing. There was like a little tiny hair that was stuck on it. Now I have to deal with this. He's licking your leg. Okay, hold on. We're gonna... Let me go get the dog. We'll go get the happy boy. And then we will continue with this. But we're gonna play with the dog for a little bit. Hold on, let me get this over to show, and nope, wrong thing, show and tell. And we turn on the Russ cam. There it is. Yeah. Oh, by the way, everybody, we're at 99 followers. We are 1 follower away. We are 1 follower away from 100 followers, which is our goal. We are 1 off. So we'll see if it happens tonight. Come here, fat boy. Come here, Bob. Like, oh, hi. Hi, sweet boy. Hi, sweet boy. Can you back up? Here. Hold on. Hold on. Please. Oh, I'm missing it. Hold on. We gotta shift the camera a little bit. Put it on. Boop. Oh, good boy. That's a good boy. Where? We gotta. Oh, can you move your fat butt? Yo, silly boy. There we go. Go down. Good boy. You just get lots of treats. You sit. Oh, what a cute boy. What a sweet boy. You know. Oh, good boy. He's a good boy. You just sweet boy. You roll over. Roll over. Roll over. We're still trying to teach him roll over. Ow. Roll over. Down. Roll over. Pick a direction. Roll over. Ah, come on. No, that's not how that works. Roll over. You can do it. I believe in you. He doesn't believe in himself. You sit. Ooh, that's a happy sit. Yeah. Yeah, it's a good boy. Off. Good. It's a good boy. That's a good boy. You kiss. Thank you. What a sweet boy. You're so sweet. That's a good boy. I'm not gonna give you too many treats or you're gonna get fat. And you're gonna get fat. We can't have you get fat. You're already fat. If you guys can already see, love handles. Look at these love handles that Russ has. Look at this. He's a fat boy. He's a fat boy. Yeah. But you are oh so cute. Off. No, that's not off. Off. Sit. Just a little closer. Okay. Please. Good boy. What a good boy. Okay, we all done. Look at that face, everybody. Look at that cute face. Oh, you're so sweet. You're everyone's favorite, Russ. Everyone's favorite. I'm just the sideshow. No, you can't have more. All right, let's get back to the paint table. And if Russ wants to chill out, nope, he doesn't want to chill out. He's out. Put my glove back on. So we look like a professional painter here. Whoa. What was that?
Hydrate, you bastard! Hydrate!
Oh, we hydrating? Okay. Well, here's the hydration. Grizzy, thank you so much for the hydrate. Let's I'm gonna clean off this brush just a tad bit, and then we gotta let it dry. Get off all of that Doom Bowl brown. Come on, we can do it. We can take off the Doom Bowl brown. So much in there, my goodness. All right. Oh, look. Look, everybody. It's a Russ. What are you doing, Bub Light? You want to lay down? Go lay in your place. Go lay in your place. Good boy. Now everyone can watch you. Because you're a sweet boy. Yeah. Alright. Back to what we were doing. Question was, what the hell was that? Putting color on. Gotta get some of these. Let's kind of brush off some of these extra little bits that ended up on here. All right, there we go. And I think in terms of highlighting up, I think the next Russ Cam is Pog? Yes, it is. It is Poggers. For sure. Well, but Russ is gone, so we're going to turn that off so y'all just have to stare at the floor. Alright, so I think for the next color that we're going to do for highlighting is we're going to use... Ooh. I think we're going to go with a... We're going to go with a light umber, or we're going to go with... I kind of want to go with Blood Reaver Flesh. We're going to do that. This is a paler, like a purplish brown. I'm just experimenting. I really don't know what colors we're going to be using. Heck, you're just going to be lurking? No problem. Thank you for the lurk. Go. God, I cannot believe. Oh, before I forget about all the people who followed, since last time we have Hecatone. Thank you so much for the follow. Opal Shield, Diet Tan Snitch. I don't know how to pronounce that. Delet Tansnitch. I'm gonna go with that. But thank you all so much for the follows. It gets us to 99. I'm so excited. We're about to hit 100 followers. I hope you guys are excited, because I'm excited. I want to hit 100 followers. I think is going to be crazy. The fact that there's 100 people in this, world that are like, you know what, this guy's content's pretty good. That's the part that's going to blow my mind. It kind of does blow my mind that we are like one off. The fact that 99 people are like, you know what, this guy's content's pretty good. I kind of want to keep watching to see when he ever goes live. Is humbling. But I just want to say thank you all so much. For those who are watching right now, thank you all so much for watching and hanging out. And I am happy that this content brings you some sort of joy. Gonna be pogging it out. Yes. Indeed. Now, one thing I want to do here, I think we should be able to use a size 4 brush. Is I'm gonna dilute this a little bit with some cheap Lamium medium, because I really want this to be diluted. I don't want to like put this on too thick. Have you looked at any minis to paint in Celebration? I think we're going to continue on with the big tree man. Big tree guy. We're going to continue painting him. Because I keep getting distracted with other things. Remember this whole I get distracted by myself? Yep, that's still a thing. So yeah, I think we'll paint him up some more, because that was fun. That was it's always fun and entertaining. Because painting big things after painting small things is like, wow, this is really easy. This guy's just big. I don't have to worry about being super detailed. As I'm taking a big brush and applying edge highlights. But that's okay.
When the time comes.
Sure. Is it almost Russ's food time? Well, that's close. It's about half.
I just decided to feed him.
Oh, okay. We're just gonna kind of get some tones here. Yeah, this is looking good. And I like using, like, I'm getting more used to using thinned down paint, like some watered down paint, so I can get a gradual buildup of color. Because I was a really big, like, just put the paint on once and call it good. And if, like, this building up of highlights is really kind of a pain, I need to go to a smaller brush here. Or a more finer brush, and we're going to do that using old Winsor Newton number 2. But yeah, using a watered down brush, or with or not watered down brush, a diluted paint to help a gradual buildup of colors. Hey, Nerd Gun Painting, how's it going? Glad you came by. How you doing today, good sir? This is becoming a more interesting venture. Oh, almost did myself a mischief. Doing no painting. No painting for once. Maybe just been painting like day in, day out. Just non-stop. Just full send. We're painting. Commissions. Oh, geez. Yeah. I don't know. As much as I want to say I want to become a commission painter, I really don't. I mean, I will paint. I will paint on Twitch. I will paint on Twitch, and I will show people what I am doing for my projects and stuff, because this is my hobby and I enjoy it. But I don't know if I'd ever want to get like super deep into the whole commission painting realm. I've done a couple commission jobs, but it just, I don't think my attention span is there. Because they go, oh, I've gotten 2 models done, but let me try this color scheme. And it's not what the client wants. Well, it is what the client wants for the commission job, but not what I want to do. I get bored of color schemes like really quick. You have the power of hyper focus and great customers. Oh, you have it. I was gonna say like, yeah, I ain't got that. I mean, I can hyper focus, but it's like, it's for one thing, you know. Like I can do it once, and I go, oh, that was fun, and then I continue on. And then also having great customers, because oh my goodness, I have heard horror stories of some bad commission painting customers. Like bad. Where they want to get like, they want to get update photos every 30 minutes, and like they want to try and change the color scheme while you're like in the middle of painting it. Yeah, I was like, nah, I ain't, that is not, that ain't it, chief. Did a customs army a while ago? No more gold ever. I can agree with that. That is probably a fair point. No more gold. No more gold for nerd gun painting. See, but I like the color gold, and I don't want to have somebody else. I don't want to have somebody else's, you know, somebody else ruin my joy or enjoyment of painting in a certain color scheme because I had to do it ad nauseum. I think if I'm gonna do paint jobs, if I'm gonna do commissions, I don't want to paint armies. I don't have the attention span for it. I really don't. Like I'll do D&D characters. I can 3D print. I'll 3D print characters, and I'll paint them. Namatech Melon is no more fun, but 25. Oh, geez, hold on. 2,500 points of gold metallic. Ugh. Make a waiver. No changing colors willy nilly. Yeah, that's. Yeah, you can kind of do a written agreement like that. Also, if you have like a site where people can put in requests for commissions, I think you can preface that on your thing, which I would do, but I don't. I'm just enjoying painting stuff that I like to paint and then showing other people what I'm doing. I think that is the more entertaining thing to do. But yeah. What is your current commission job, nerd? You got to a point where you be more choosier? Yeah. I think the most choosiest. Those are good words. I like that. The most choosiest. I am the most choosiest of people. I'm gonna just try and bring up. Actually, we should probably go this way. Try and bring out some highlights. No, look, Skeet, I did that commission job knowing what I was walking into. But just after doing that commission job, I have finally resigned myself to saying, you know what, if I'm gonna do commission painting, it's probably gonna be for no more than like a five model paint scheme, but I want to say like preferred one, right? Like I will paint a D&D model, because doing that team, as fun as it was definitely like my mind was wanting to do so many other things, and that's why like we did the last do became a red Saurian. It's because it's like I need change. Slaves of Darkness, Space Wolves, Harlequins, and 2 Blood Bowl armies are on the schedule round. My goodness, nerd, you definitely book yourself, that's for sure. I wish, I want to say I have time like that, but I really don't. Like where I am painting, this is it. You're watching my available time of painting minis. Between work and regular life, these are the times that I get. So, but I do enjoy spending my time doing my hobby with you guys. That is, don't ever get that twisted. I don't do this. At least I wasn't a dick about it. I'll watch the stream for progress, and when you get done, you get done. I know you never pushed it, but it's like part of me's like, let me get this done, because then I can move on to other things. Like my pile of shame and backlog is tremendous. So honestly, it's the best money you've ever made. Don't know how you lucked into it. You know what? You know how you luck into being a commission painter? It's called you be a good painter. Which says something about you, sir. You are a good painter. And people say, hey, that's a good looking model. I want my models to look like that. So self-pressure is the worst and the best pressure? Yeah, for sure. Hold on. Where was the... Ooh, jeez. I'm trying to read here. Speaking of which, I need to pick those up because I leave on the 15th. Yeah, you can pick them up at any time, Skeet. I think, honestly, tomorrow is probably going to be the best day if you want to pick them up. Yeah, nerd. I've seen some of your work. It's good. And if you haven't seen Nerd Gun painting work, you got an Instagram, right? Or is it? I'm trying to remember. You have one of the social medias. You have the social medias. You can plug it. Plug your social medias. What am I doing now? I think we need to get a brighter brown. I think we're gonna just add a little bit of at Nerd Gun Painting. Which platform, nerd? Oh, geez, yeah, do it. There we go. When do you go live? When do you usually go live, nerd? Because I don't think I've dropped by one of your streams before. Either it's because I'm busy or some other tragedy that I am addressing. I feel bad for saying that. Like, I haven't watched your stream, but everyone should go watch a stream. I mean that because I've seen some of your work. I've seen it in like some of the other shared discords that we are a part of in terms of communities, and he has good work. I'm going Mondays and Fridays at 9 p.m. Is that you got a time zone for that? Because over here, where a lot of us are operating on West Coast time, some Pacific Standard. Eastern Standard Time. Got it. 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so that's 6 our time here over on the West Coast. So I would say if you want to see some more good miniature painting, I feel like Monday's is a pretty good day to stream because there's not a lot of miniature painters that are doing much on Mondays. Not that I've seen, at least. Hecatone streams like every day of the week. I know he's lurking somewhere in the background. Hecatone's a machine. He just keeps going. Just doesn't stop. Oh, soon to do a project, joint project with the Painting Dad soon. Yeah, that sounds awesome. Have you revealed what the project is? Is that a secret? I feel like that's a secret project. Oh, you're doing a bust. Is it? Well, tell us more about this project. Don't be shy. The vote for which one should be up for... Oh, okay. Is that... Oh, under his Discord. So the Painting Dad's Discord? Okay. I shall have to go vote on that after the stream here. I'm trying to figure out how I want to highlight this. This is so difficult. This is looking good, though. I'm very pleased with how this highlighting is going so far. Nice. Okay, so I feel, you know what? We're just gonna give some random shout outs. So obviously we have Nerd Gun Painting. There's also other streamers that are hanging out here in this chat. I know Hecatone is hanging out in the background, just lurking, which is all good and fine. There is also the Painting Dad. If you haven't seen the Painting Dad, you should definitely watch the Painting Dad. He's like, his stream is super chill. Like, super chill vibes all around. And why is my camera, like, not in focus? Are we going to have issues tonight, camera? No, that is out of focus. That is in focus. I swear. Okay. Who else? Just random shouts of people who I know that I really appreciate their work. Skelleby. Skelleby is a wonderful streamer, which I know that she's been feeling a little under the weather. So whenever she goes live, and if you are not watching Skelleby, you should go into Skelleby's channel when she goes live, whenever she starts to feel better, and let her know that you are happy that she is doing better. She's been a little under the weather. Been seeing all the announcements on her Discord. And if you like robots and mechs, Thunderhead Studios, go watch them. They do a lot of robot stuff. There you go. There's all my other plugs, my free plugs for other streamers. Oh, I almost forgot to highlight her face. Okay, Brush. Let's cooperate here. There we go. So here's the difficult part, is just having your brush cooperate with you. Skelleby, I think, is pronounced S-K-E-L-L-B-E-E, like the bumblebee, but with a skella in front of it. Okay. Yeah, for sure. I swear, I feel like people are holding out on me for this 100th follower. Everyone just wants it to sit on 99. That's okay. I can't force people to follow. That'd be rude. Can't do none of that. However, I can keep painting, and that's what I am gonna do. How do I want to do this? Finding a cool community here. Are you talking about just the miniature painting community in general, or are you just talking about yeah? Get the whole platoon to follow. I'm at automatic 150. Yeah, you know, but that's... I feel like... See, that's like forcing it, right? I know that there are some people that have followed that are members of the platoon. But I am not making it a requirement. I think we're going to mix... Is it Nido Kitsune 13? Hey, you hit it. We are now at 100 followers. Let's go. Thank you so much. Awesome. Thank you so much. We did it. We hit 100 followers. Let's go. Shotgun the beer? Yeah, I'll do that. I'll do that. I'll just chug the rest of this. Yeah. We're gonna just kill the rest of this. It's empty. Thank you all so much. We're at 100 followers. Now we've gotten. I feel like if we were playing what was that game called? Definitely with the ooh-woos. I feel like what's that? Oh man, what is that one game called? Spore. Like we got out of we just graduated out of the plankton phase, and now we have entered into like the fish phase. Oh yes, there are sound alerts. There are sound alerts. For sure. There's lots of them. I thought I did like some nice overlays for all of them, but I guess they didn't all take. I'll have to fix that for next time, which the next time is going to be possibly tomorrow? Yeah, soon we're going to get legs. Soon we're going to get legs. We're going to have to update the goal for next stream. But, oh, thank you all so much. We've hit 100 followers. I am deeply touched. God. Who'da thunk? Who'da thunk for how long I've been streaming that we'd hit 100 followers? It's crazy. I don't know. I don't know what else to say. It's. Oh snap! Kitsune with the Leroy Jenkins for the first Leroy Jenkins here on this stream. Thank you so much for the 10 bits. Yes. I feel like I hear a lot of like the "Let's go" and then like that Darth Vader like "Let's go" that I keep seeing on TikTok all the time. But I think Leroy Jenkins. I like to say that I'm part of the generation of the Leroy Jenkins because it's true. I was very young when WoW came out. I was in middle school when WoW came out, and Leroy Jenkins appeared, and it changed everything. You're a pro at the move every time you play. You know who else is a pro at doing a Leroy Jenkins? Dantioni. Dantioni is for sure certified Leroy Jenkins. Like, has anyone ever played the game of Plague Tale? Because if you played a Plague Tale, you know how it's supposed to be a stealthy game. Always sprint into 4v1s and For Honor. Yeah, that definitely is Yuski for sure. Kitsune always plays Tyranids every game. That's a lot of bugs you gotta paint. That's the only reason why, like, I think Tyranids are cool. Don't get me wrong, but I don't know if I want to paint that many bugs. But yet again, I'm also a fan of Skaven. So I also just need to shut up at that point. Like, I make my own argument invalid with the fact that I'm like, yeah, I play Skaven. I don't want to say I play Skaven. I like Skaven. I have models of Skaven. But yeah. Yes, just here's 5 monstrous creatures on top of the squishy infantry. Yeah, I need to get big. I need to get or print big monsters. If I can get or print some big monsters, then 100%. Like, I'd be a lot better with the whole Skaven bit. But I like the Eshin clan. I think the Eshin clan I vibe with the most. just being assassins. And then you got Snitch, Snickitch or Snitch. I like to call him Snitch. But yeah, Snitch, Deathmaster Snitch. Yeah, he fucks. Alexa, stop. There's a reminder to feed the dog. I've been working on a Bio-Titan last couple of streams. It's big. A Bio-Titan. Is that like what is that? What is that for? I've never heard of a Bio-Titan for any particular Warhammer faction. Unless there's something that either I'm being a dum-dum, which is probable. I feel like I've fallen behind in the 18 like 18 inches long, 8 feet tall. Oh, the biggest Tyranid. Oh, that is huge. 8 feet tall. No, I can't read. It's 8 inches. I see it. I can't. I was about to be like 8 feet tall. But no, it's 8 inches. 8 inches tall. Okay, 8 inches tall is still really big. I'm not gonna lie. That's the length of this mat here, or the width, the depth. When width of this mat. That's 8 inches. And then 16 is an additional 5 off of this. I can do math. This is why I don't do math in public. This is 11 inches, 18 inches. That's another 7 on top of that. God, I cannot math today. Look, I took a test already today. I dumped all of my knowledge I had stored in my brain. Okay, we'll just call it that. I already brain dumped today, and I have to take another test tomorrow. It's a 2-part exam. So, yep, that's gonna be fun. Whenever you think you're done being a student, you're actually not done being a student. You'll have to go somewhere and go be a student again. That is a lesson I am slowly coming to terms with and realizing. Oh, what happened there? No. If I ever hit 500 followers ever, I'm gonna do the walking cathedral. Yeah, you're gonna do the. Oh my goodness! Thank you so much for the bits. Thank you so much. I do have to drink. I'm out of beer. In fact, I don't know. Han. Here's what I'm gonna do though. I will drink because that's one of those things I said I would drink every time I received some bits. So we will do that. I just need a beverage, and I am out of beverage. I had to kill it when we hit 100 followers. However, what I'm gonna do in the meantime is. What told you which part? I just said like I feel like I said like 5 things at once, which is it's pretty typical of me. Not gonna lie. Drinking for bits, yeah. This is a kickback, and there's yes, you can use it for evil. There are other people in this who like to hang out in this chat that definitely love to use that for evil. And then it makes the stream way more entertaining because I shut up even less. And I do my best to try and keep talking. It's like I try to play the game keep talking and nobody dies. Alright, that's the that's kind of like the game that I play is keep talking and nobody dies. Except that's just that was the tip that I was told when it comes to streaming is just keep talking. So I do. I keep talking. I try to be chatty Cathy. Hey, love. Could I get another beer?
Yeah. I took the rest of the
Oh, thank you.
Want to order salty fruit?
I don't think they have any more salty crew. I think all we got is PBRs. Thank you. Yeah, so we're getting there. What I'm doing right now is I'm mixing camo green and dark umber to get us our color for the corset. I think that's gonna really kind of give us that contrast that we're looking for. But it's a really muted. Is that the word, muted or desaturated green? I still want it to kind of be leathery, but also be green at the same time. But I don't want it to be like green, because then it kind of ruins it. So, oh man, I really biffed it right there. Oh, it's coming off good. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, we fixed it. We have avoided tragedy, folks. I thought I had like a random red mark on the model, but now I don't. Oh, there's a happy boy in the room. Alright, now we're just gonna... Let's get some... Thank you. Alright, let me put this base coat down before I pour this and take a drink. I think I'm going to be using, I don't know what to do as like an accent color. Probably just going to be a brighter green. I do want to add like a little bit of like bronziness. I think bringing some metallic in there will also help kind of make things pop a little bit more. So I think there needs to be a little bit more green, but I'll take this as the initial base coat just to see how it looks. I do kind of like this muddy green though. This is a pretty nice like base layer. A denatured yellow layer? Yeah. Desaturated. Yeah, desaturated yellow layer is kind of like some highlight. I think that'll work for like kind of highlighting it up. Yeah, for sure. I'm just trying to get base coats right now, but I think I want to bump up the green a little bit. Yeah, as a highlight. Let me bump up the green a little bit. Give you a bronze feel? Yeah. See, that's the nice part about being part of a painting community is that like people will just give you tips. Because if not, I'm like honestly being out here, there are some painters that hang out at the local hobby shop, but like That's the thing about walking into a hobby shop, and I feel bad about this. I don't want to just walk into a hobby shop, spend hours there talking with people, and then not buy anything. You know? I feel like that's just rude. Like I might feel a little better if I like go buy an energy drink or like buy a couple pots of paint. But like I got enough paint. I don't really need any more paint. So I don't like going into hobby stores. They sell beer at your local hobby store? What? See, that's a big brain move right there. But I feel like the store is also taking a risk with, you know, if you get a particular person who, like, you know, doesn't know how to behave themselves under the influence, you know? Yeah, that guy. You know, there's always the risk of that guy coming in. But let's get some of this beer. I have to take some drinks thanks to Kitsune for the bits. We'll get there. Never pour your beer without any sort of head. If you do your best to like tilt the glass all the way and do it, then you got all this stored up carbonation in your beer. Unless you like feeling bloated in the morning, then, like, you know, be my guest. But that's not my vibe, fam. Not my vibe at all. All right. What do y'all think with that kind of green? We'll shade it down a little bit. We'll apply some shade just to kind of tone it down, and then we'll highlight it back up. But I think it looks pretty good. Other places that we can apply some base coats. Is the vines, and we're going to do that. Yeah, so we're going to be doing a lot of greens and blues and purples to contrast this part. Looking sharp. Thank you. Just doing my old color wheel knowledge, you know. Making sure that we have good contrasting colors. I'm not gonna lie, like sometimes I just try to paint things like they are in real life, like and some of the other streams painting Space Marines like U.S. Marines, like this guy right here. I don't know if he's in focus. Painting this guy. But like you can see that there's very little contrasting detail. Do I know the grayscale trick? I cannot say I know the grayscale trick. Like I think I get an idea of what you're talking about, but I don't want to assume. There's so many tricks and tips out there, and everyone's got their own label for it. I mean, we slap chop this model, so if you could please elaborate on the grayscale trick, I would be very grateful. Take a photo with a phone using grayscale filter or similar. Okay. So it's kind of like doing a zenithal highlight, but not applying it to the model. You're just using a phone filter to try and figure out where you're going to put highlights, tones, and highlights. I'm going to show high, mids, and low tones to tell the contrast works without hues. Ooh. You know, I will definitely try that. I'll definitely try that for the next spooky model that we're going to do, which will be... I don't know when the next stream is. I want to say tomorrow, because tomorrow I got a 96. So I take the test and I'm good. Then I get a 4-day weekend. So I want to have a brighter color for those leaves. Strip away the busy info the color. Yeah. The thing is that I have, you know what, I don't want to say I have problems with it because I've never really fully tried it. So I'm going to withhold judgment until after I try it. Yeah, that tracks. I'm just trying to get all of these vines on the ground here, and the brush doesn't want to put the paint. Let's see, get some of this. Gotta be careful here, I don't want to fuck up the red. Yeah, we got it. We got it. Have no fear, folks. We did it. We can be detailed. We're doing it. Whew. You guys can actually see that. I need to I'm gonna shift myself just a little bit so I can come a little closer to the camera so you guys can see what I'm doing. And here, watch. We're gonna bam. Ooh. That's an angle. I want y'all to see what I'm doing, because if you just see the back of my hand, that's not entertaining. And then people go away, and I don't want people to go away. I want people to come hang out. I like hanging out and talking with people. If you haven't seen, I just don't shut up. But moving on, let's see. Right in there. There we go. That gets that bit right there. And I think that's going to get all of the vines. I do want to get some purple flowers. What is going to be a good do I have a good purple? I don't have like a good. I gotta have a deep purple somewhere here. Ooh, that's not really deep purple, but that looks pretty good. As I'm looking at my wall of paints, but I think we're gonna do for the roses, because we did black roses on the last model. If y'all want to see the last model, here it is. Here she is. This was Saturday's stream model. Isn't she pretty? Isn't that nice, huh? the traditional Nighthaunt, but people said black roses, which obviously doesn't exactly make it pop, but I do what the people want, and I have plenty of Nighthaunt models to continue experimentation with, so we'll be okay. Dig the blues? Yeah, so I was using, where are you? Cloudburst Blue from the Army Painter for the under, and then I airbrushed, what was it? Plasmatic Bolt on the top. And then kind of did the traditional how you see it painted on Warhammer TV. So, yeah. I think it turned out all right. I'm not happy with some of the shadows that are here in the back, but other than that, the rest of it turned out great. I still need to take pictures of it and post it on my Instagram. I am so bad at it. I swear. I need to get better at the social medias in general. You have the PB as a Spain. What? Can you define the acronym for PB, or the layman here? I feel like these are terms that I should know, but I don't. Plasmatic Bolt. Okay. Yeah, I got the whole... I got the mega set for the Army Painter speed paints. I like to buy my paints in sets, and that's probably why I have way too much paint. Is because I buy them in sets. So, because I'm like, you know what? If I really like this paint, or this style of paint, because it's usually I try to get in styles like these are metallics, and these are skin tones, and then these are kind of like general hues of a certain thing, right? Like if I think, oh well, if I like it, but like this one, instead of just waiting to get more of the same kind of paint, just of a different color, let me just get them all. And so now I just have a huge wall of paint. And though it is, I'm very proud of my wall of paint. My wife is, I don't want to say she's not thrilled. She's just like, that's a lot of paint. And I agree with her. It is a lot of paint. And so if you see me looking up at like going, paint color, right? I'm looking at this huge wall of paint. Yeah. I should do that. I should mix my own paint. But I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of lazy. I don't mind mixing paint on a palette. In terms of making my own paint, though, not. I already invest in too many hobbies. Like I 3D print. I paint miniatures. I gotta calm down a little bit. Yeah, I bet it's super convenient having every color you want on hand. I'm a little jealous. I'm not gonna lie. Just that it's more time, it's more effort. As as a commission painter, for you doing commission work and being able to have every hue of color of paint available to you, 100% go for it. But when it comes to someone who, you know, more is trying to just 3D print stuff and paint it, I don't need to have additional things additional steps to just try and get paint on a model, because I'm already like, I'm bad as it is. Before I started streaming, me painting a model was like a rarity, and I just kept getting more and more stuff. Can't just grab one off the wall that's right, usually. Yeah. Wait, hold on. Or dive deeper. Oh, jeez, hold on. I'm like trying to, like, I just say stuff and then I forget it the next time. If you got a wall full, you can. Okay, fair. I can make colors. I just mix things on my palette. I go, oh, well, let's get a little bit of this and a little bit of that, and put it together. How many roses are on this damn thing? I don't even know. Rose. I think I got all the roses. Ooh, those are really pretty. Those are pretty roses. I'm lazy for sure, but mostly I'm cheap. Yeah, I feel you. I feel you. Yeah, I feel like nowadays, especially with today's current economy and the prices of stuff, we have entered the balling on a budget mode. That's how I've chalked up my current way of living. Is balling on a budget. So a handful of pigments and mixed bases. And I pay myself nothing. Hey, look at you. Hold on. You want to see something really cute? You guys gotta be quiet though. Okay? Yeah, I can't just have you guys like screaming your heads off when you see this, but it's really cute. It's a sleeping bubbles. Hold on. It's my little potato. He's not little. He's a 60-pound dog. He's a fat boy. Let's see here. I'm sorry, we gotta get some leaves. A little bit of Deathwood Forest. There you go. There's the cute dog. You can show your love for the cute dog, because he is a cute dog. He's my happy boy. Yeah, so Russ likes to do that. Likes to do that to my wife a lot. He knows better with me. He tried it once. It didn't work out for him very well. But I think now we're gonna paint all these leaves. It's a nice little base coat. With some Death World Forest. That's the dog. That's the happy boy that's right over there. This guy. That's Russ. Ragnar. Ooh, that's a good name. I try to name my the dogs that I've had in my life have only been like 1 to 2 syllables. So Ragnar's a good one. I like 1 syllable names because when it comes to teaching them their name, they are they're easier for them to learn. Which is important if you want them to come back when you call them. Where are all the leaves? I keep seeing leaves, and then now all the leaves are gone when I try to find them. I have found the leaves. Yeah. Yeah, one of the things that I did a lot of YouTube University research on when I got him, we've had him for about a year, was how to train dogs, because obviously, yeah, the oohs, the O's and the U's sound. But sometimes, since he's still 2, he's only 2. He's a little he's still a puppy. So there are times where he hears his name. He knows he's been called. He looks and acknowledges the fact that you said something, and then goes, "No, I don't want to," and then like runs away. So this little bastard, just like, "I don't want to," and then runs away, and then you gotta go get him. And then that's always a pain. But yeah, the joys of having a dog. The joys of having a happy boy. Yes, the teenage years are very frustrating. But all you gotta do is just push past it. Once you get past that point, life gets a lot better. They're less. They have a little less energy. They listen a lot better. Life gets a lot better. Okay. Because perfect listening, then suddenly, mind of her own. Yeah, I swear that's what Russ sometimes. You look at him and like, sometimes it looks like he's like trying to plot your demise, and then the other half of the time, just nobody's home. Ooh, she's a Dutch Shepherd. Hyper intelligent. Yeah. Russ isn't stupid. He just chooses to be ignorant. He just chooses to be an ignorant boy. Okay. I feel like there's some other highlights that need to be applied in this region. I think let us. I want to use. You know what? Let's try and use this brush for what it was intended for. This medium glaze brush from Citadel. Though I'm not a huge fan of Citadel paints, we will try and use this glaze brush. I'm going to darken the dark bits a little bit. There we go. Get that heavily diluted. And I just want to put a little bit there. Put a little bit in here. Some people might be like, you're glazing too fast. Trust me, the paint's dry. The paint is dry. That's what happens. Enjoy the night. You can get to work. Oh yeah, absolutely. Go ahead. Have a good night, man. Thank you on the 100. Thank you for the 100. I am sure Kitsune is probably in the same boat as you, so both of you have a wonderful night. Hope to catch you on your stream on Friday. Let's see here. What more are we doing? What are we doing? All right, we are going to apply a wash. We're going to apply a wash. Some Agrax Earthshade. We're going to be precise with this wash. We are not going to go crazy. We're going to apply this wash over the corset. So we can get some depth in the recesses because we just applied a flat base coat. So we are going to have to put on a wash. And then we'll let that dry for a little bit, which isn't going to take much. But other places we can put some washes. I think of somewhere where we need to put some paint while that is drying is getting some of this dark warm gray and apply it to the tombstone. That's what we need to do. So we're going to do that. I don't want a drastic change. So we're going to apply just a little bit of this. Right now it's just becoming a flow aid. But still enough to where we have good pigment coverage. We're going to apply this onto the tombstone. We're going to get the head of the tombstone here. And then we will highlight this up at a later point. But hey, if you're sitting in chat and you're still watching, thank you so very much for hanging out with us so far. If you are not a follower, you should definitely follow. Hit that little follow button. It's free. Doesn't cost you much. I mean, not by much. I mean, it doesn't cost you anything at all. And if you are watching on YouTube, you can hit that lovely subscribe button. That's also free. Doesn't cost you nothing. I post stuff on Wednesdays, Saturdays, and Sundays. Those are my 3 main streaming days. Those are slightly subject to change, especially with upcoming deployments and stuff like that. So those might go away here in in the next few months, just because I will be in another country doing work. So, but if you want to stay up to date with things that I will be doing, then you can go ahead and follow me on Instagram. If you do !IG in chat, you will get the link to my Instagram account, and there you should definitely follow, because that is where I will post all of the things that I am doing while overseas. It won't be immediately what's happening on the spot that day because of national security reasons, but I will be doing some updates. So, stuff and things. Also know that if you want to watch previous streams of what we've been doing here on the channel, right now they're available on Twitch and YouTube, but here in time they're probably going to be more just transition to only YouTube. So if you want to watch VODs of the previous streams, then you'll be able to watch them on YouTube and for a limited time here on Twitch before they all go away, and then you can go watch them on YouTube. Easiest place. I think yeah, that's good. I'm going to do something a little bit interesting here. I'm going to apply, this is going to be very difficult down here. I'm going to apply a few different washes. This is the first time I'm really attempting this, so bear with me, folks. I'm going to try and use a few things. We're going to use Nighthaunts Camo Shade for the majority of it. Just to kind of give it a nice cool greenish tint to kind of get everything blended in with the green levels. And then we will hit the Tombstone with kind of a blue tint, and we will get the roses with the with Druchii Violet for our purple. So we'll cover all the bases in terms of the tones, the color of tones. I think doing kind of like a bluish stone is gonna look cool. It'll definitely give it some pop, something that makes it stand out a little bit. Some magically touched tombstone, because that's where banshees come from. They come from the ground. They're not grown though. They were put there at one point in time. And then, you know, the necroquake happened, and then all of a sudden they come back and they're angry and they want to talk to the manager. That's kind of what happens. So, we're going to do that. We're going to catch this all while it's still wet, because I think that will, if there's any sort of crazy bleed over, I think it'll just blend nicely. So we're going to catch the Tombstone in blue. One thing you got to know, guys, is that I don't plan any of this ahead of time. Like, as I'm painting it, I go, yeah, that's pretty cool, and then we just try it. That's kind of my thing. I'm throwing spaghetti at the wall, and I'm hoping something sticks. So, and if I botch this up, then don't do it with your minis. But if it looks good, it's something that you can try with your minis. I'm an experimenter. 'Tis what I am. I dabble. I play with the rules of color and contrast. Either we get something beautiful or we get something way out in left field. Which I think it's looking good, though. I think it's turning out pretty good. Let's get a little bit of this Druchii Violet. We just gotta paint the roses. We're not painting the roses red, though. It's unfortunate. And it's really hard to, like, you know, sing the song when it's something other than red, because the syllables just don't match up. I mean, you could say blue. Like, we're painting the roses blue, but can't say we're painting the roses purple. Like, the syllables don't match up. Syllables don't match up at all. Here we go. It's looking. Let's see if I can get closer to the base here. Looking pretty good. Am I like drifting out of camera and drifting out of focus? Is that a thing that's happening right now? Raise this up. I have the microphone, like I'm nose bumping it. Let's see here. Let us, now that we are, this is all dry up here, and while this is drying, let us re-engage. Let's re-engage this top bit up here. And I did a mischief. Actually, I didn't do a huge mischief yet. But let's get some of this diluted just a tad bit. Oh, I need more. I need more of this. Boop. And boop. Just a couple more drops of Lamium Medium just to help me as like a little flow improver. Kind of dilute the paint a little bit so we can highlight it up in like nice little glazing layers. We actually want to paint from the underneath, from the neath of the unders. Because that is where I kind of want the source of light to be coming from. We paint as if the light is underneath. Which means just get all of these little undersides here of the corset. Hopefully y'all can still hear me. That or I've just like been saying nothing for the last 20 minutes. Dynamic microphones are weird. And we'll just highlight this portion underneath here. There we go. So we kind of give her some and then we're gonna bring it up to the next layer, next highlight up. We're gonna use that Death World green that we're using. I'm gonna like really dilute this to give us a nice glaze. And we're just gonna swipe a little bit this way, swipe a little bit that way. We just bring the paintbrush to the very middle, and then we stop. All right. Let me just do a little bit of a stipple just to get that all nice and highlighted. The thing is, so she's like, some of her is still sitting in shadow. However, if we turn her upside down like that and we have the light hit her, it's like all of this portion here, and all of this portion here is all. I'm going to build this up slowly but surely. Excuse me, Mr. Microphone. Why is like everything just drooping on me? It's okay. But one of the things, just keep slowly applying highlights until we get the color that we want. And then I'm going to do some nice trim highlighting with is that catching? Yeah, it's catching. We're gonna do some trim, the highlighting, the kind of the trim of her corset, and that's gonna look really nice. So we'll kind of just paint away. I feel like we are in the middle of the transition of time zones. What time is it? It is 8:22. Got it. And I think we're going to have to get a little bit of we're going to get a little bit of golden yellow. Mix this up a little bit. Get some of this on the palette. Just a little drop. I don't need a lot. And this is going to give us kind of some of the cloth highlights that we're going to need. There we go. Ooh, it's like a nice nurgly greenish yellow. Ooh, that's gonna be good. Yeah, that'll be good. You know what, let's dilute it just a little bit more with some medium just to make sure that we don't get too brazy with it. We gotta be very careful with this. I don't want to go too ham. I don't want to go too crazy with this because then it's just going to be like yellow, and then it's gonna. I feel like it's going to ruin the rest of the effect. Well, yeah. Let's Grab the trim. For the edge highlighting. And this is where I need to get these laces for corset. Just applying it little by little. That'd be very, very neat and precise with said edge highlights because go away, go away, go away, go away. Fuck. Okay. Woo. We got it. We're okay. Crisis averted. We're gonna make it. There's no good way to get this. Just trying to be very gentle with the brush. It's looking really good. Ooh, I really like that a lot. I know Nerd Gun Painting isn't here right now, but that's really nice. I really like that. I do need to get an orange here on the palette, though, so that we can kind of bring up some more of this ness. So we're gonna go with Orange Fire. Okay. Grab some of this orange. We're going to apply it higher up. We're just trying to apply some highlights to the edge. Just trying to get all of these orangey bits. It might take a couple passes. This is a really translucent paint, so yeah, this is translucent as hell. And we'll bump it up to some. We'll add a little bit of yellow in here. I don't want to get to pure yellow, but we'll definitely bump up the yellowiness here in a sec. Okay, I'll add a little bit of yellow. Add a little bit more. So, there we go. I think, yep, that should work. Just want to highlight the top bits. Well, there we go. Russ is up and he's out. Hi, Bubbles. Oh no, he's back. Guess he just had to go stretch. He came back. He's a good boy. I think we're gonna be good on that front. I do want to mix a little bit of orange and red together. A nice kind of like orangey red to kind of get me a further highlight color. There we go. Further highlight color with the lower flames, the lower wispy bits. Just to kind of bring it out a little bit more. We'll also kind of blend this up a little bit. Yeah, there we go. And then we also got to get down here because we've been neglecting down here for a bit. Then over here, that's where we need to get this little. You just have to rub it. Just give it a little bit of a rub. All right. Next thing we have to do is I'm going to grab a smaller brush here. I'm going to use my Winsor & Newton size 1 to get the hand. And we're still going to be using the orangey red to highlight the hands. We might get to a pure orange, but we will see. I do want to highlight underneath. That is where I want the color to come from, or that's where I want the light source to be from, is underneath. So we're going to gently apply highlights underneath. Just to try and get the knuckles. There we go. Okay. I think we're going to try and highlight up to a pure orange. We're going to have to be very precise with this. That's not orange, that's the yellow orange. I need more just naranja. There we go. Because I still want this to kind of be like a deep red. But I do want some more depth of color. Because she's a ghost and she's a little translucent. And there we go. All right. I'm just trying to re-hit some of these highlights up here, just to get them a little more pronounced. This is some detail work. Let me tell you. We're going to get a little bit of pure yellow. We're just going to get the very, very tips. Just the tips of the corset here. I'm going to try and be very, very careful with the application. Just getting a little bit of yellows. Why did I sign myself up for this? I swear. Signing myself up for this, just I made it more difficult for myself. But it's all for models looking good. There is this one. This is one little underbit that I have to have a very nice fine brush for. All right. Need to get a little bit of some metallics in there. So we're going to use some silver. And we also need to get some... Oh, should we be classy? Be classy, use some Balthazar gold. Excuse me. We'll be classy and use some... What is this? Runelord brass? We could be classy and use some Runelord brass, or we could use some Balthazar gold. Give us a good shake and figure out what the heck we're doing. Let's see here. Which do I want to use? It's going to be Balthazar gold. Balthazar gold, and then we're also going to apply some verdigris to it, because that will kind of bring in some of the cool tones that we have on top of the Balthazar gold. So let's do that. We're going to add this to our wet palette. And let's get some more agua. Just trying to... Let's see. See if we could get a good consistency. There we go. Let's see if I can get it on here without screwing this up. It's always likely. That's how I always kind of chalk it up as, like, am I going to screw up this paint job? Yeah, it's likely. I try not to be a pessimist, but sometimes you just got to put some realist expectations and then be pleasantly surprised when you don't. Like, when you don't screw it up and you're like, yay, I did it. And I'll be happy and proud. All right, now I got to, like, finagle up in here. There we go. Okay, here comes... I gotta breathe. Hold on, I gotta breathe. Alright, here we go. And I think... Nope, that's the last of that. I do need to put some Balthazar gold. Do I want to do like the weird frilly trimming bits? I don't know if I want to do that. No, I'm going to leave that as it is. I'm going to make that all just a nice embossed leather. That's too much effort. I don't feel like painting over it. I think it's going to detract from the rest of the green. Putting the verdigris here is going to kind of tie it all together with some like light bluish greens. But other than that, I think it'll just overpower it, and I don't think that's going to be worth it. But for this dagger, we can paint this Balthazar gold, and then we're going to get the blade. We're going to get the blade with silver, and then we're going to do the whole green thing to poison it up, like we did with our other model. Which, when I'm talking about poisoning the green, we're talking about... let's see if I can get a nice close-up of it. The poisoned dagger... Oh, hopefully that can kind of show you. There is some green on there. Need a better camera. But there is green on there for a poison dagger. Because that's kind of what they do. I think in the rules they have like poison on their daggers, so you might as well put poison on their daggers. Right? Checks out. So, and then we need to get pommel here. Luckily we're gonna verdigris all of this. I will have to non oil the blade. I'll have to water down some non oil, put that on the blade. But I think for the most part, I shouldn't have to put any substantial amount of shades on anything. Still need to get her jaw. Looking at that, that's still a thing I need to do. And I also need to highlight up the tombstone. Everything down there dried really nice. I'll have to put some highlights on that. But let's... I'm actually just going to put some wraith bone on her jaw, because that is the one part of her that is definite bone. So we're going to just apply this. And then we'll tone it down with some Agrax Earthshade. That's really like with some diluted Agrax Earthshade, just so that we don't like make it really dark brown. Even though we could definitely do that. And I think highlighting back up would kind of be a pain in the ass. Yeah, we'll get there. It's gonna look worse before it looks better. Let me get that verdigris. The verdigris is the classic old Nylock, right? Nylock oxide. I think that's it. It checks out. Oop. There we go. And I'm going to get a nice tiny little brush. Nice teeny tiny brush for this. Because I don't want to screw this up. I just need to apply it over the bronzy bits. So, whoop. Alright, so here comes the crazy part. I'm going to see if I can do this. If not, it's going to be really easy to fix. So I'm not super worried about it. I'm going to take some of my medium. I'm going to just apply and apply. And I'm going to quickly take this Nylock oxide and I'm just going to like swoosh swap and swoosh swap. Swap. And that worked out way better than I thought it was. God. Malev, god damn it. You're a genius. I say I'm going to try it like no one's ever done it before, but I learned it from Malev's, I think it's like Malev's painting. Watched his stream for a little bit. He like really just took some medium and then took a random ass color and just put it in there. It's like, oh wow, that looked really good and like really spaced out and kind of washy like. I was like, god damn it. He made that look easy. I'm always jealous of people who make things look easy. They just like, oh yeah, let me just give that a shot, and then they do it. It's like, wow, that wasn't too bad. And they're like, what do you mean? I've been spending the last several hours or attempts trying to do the exact same thing that you did, and you got it done in one go. I think I'll just kind of highlight this up a tad bit. Some more Balthazar gold, but I think we're going to leave it kind of grungy. Alright. And then let's get back to the Agrax Earthshade. We're going to put some of this on our palette, because we only need to do the jaw. So we're just going to get a little tiny brush full of this, put it on the palette, take some of our cheap Lamy and medium, dilute it down a little bit. Make sure we don't have a whole lot. And then we're just going to put it on the jaw, just so that it's not wraith bone, just pure wraith bone. But I think that'll be enough. Oh. All right. I think that handles a lot of that. Huh. There's something I want to do here to like kind of bring up the highlights a little bit more, but I don't know what. I don't know if it's like part of me doesn't even want to bring up the highlights. It's like I feel like I'm gonna go too bright, and then it kind of goes south. If anybody in chat's got any wonderful ideas of what I can do to kind of improve this this back portion here in terms of some highlights, I mean, it looks good, don't get me wrong, but I feel like there's something a little bit more that we could do. I don't know, the verdict's still out, so I still need to apply some silver, so we're going to put some silver on the blade. While we're thinking about that, I'll do the whole poisoning bit on the blade. Put this in a part of my palette that isn't too crowded. Having my brush. Do. If y'all have recently wandered into this chat, first off, welcome in. Welcome to the miniature painting kickback. This is Wildcard Wednesday. This is where I really do whatever the hell I want. But since this is spooky month, we figured let's keep honoring what's going on with spooky month and painting spooky things. And so we are continuing to paint more Mirror and Banshees that I have, because like every box of any box of Nighthaunts that you get, like in a collection. Oh, thank you, Holmes. All right, the silver is looking good. We are going to have to tone that down, and then we'll put the... Oh, thanks for all the plugs, hon. We'll put in some Nuln oil to tone it all down. And then we'll do the whole poisoning bit. Actually, I could use the Athonian Camo Shade instead of Known Oil. No, I'd rather use Known Oil. Make it just black. Yeah. And then we got to highlight up the all the stone stuff. We still have all that to do. Yeah. All right. So let me get some Known Oil. But a nice healthy amount. There we go. Have a drink of some beer. You know what? Look at this. It's my sleeping dog. It's my sweet boy. I don't know if he woke up. Usually I say that and he wakes up. He's like, oh, woke up? But we're doing good. We're doing good. It's actually been a very enjoyable experience painting this. Usually, like it's gotten to the part of like it's gonna look worse before it gets better, and we're now creeping up on the better part. That's where we're at. I'm gonna take a little bit of this warm gray, this bright warm gray. Got a dark warm gray and a bright warm gray. And I need more medium. There we go. Couple more drops. Take some of that. Put it on my palette, swoosh it around a little bit. And let's see if we can highlight up. There we go. Just bringing some small subtle highlights for now. To the tombstone. And then let's get over here. Can you believe it's already, like, it's Wednesday? It's only Wednesday. I feel like today is like a Friday. Today my wife was like, "Hey, what? It's Thursday, right?" I was like, "No, it's Wednesday." She's like, "It's Wednesday?" Yeah, it's only Wednesday. She thought it was Thursday on a she thought it was Friday. And yesterday she's like, yeah, it feels like a Thursday. I'm like, well, you're a couple days off. They both start with T's, but it's not the right T day. So it happens sometimes. I wish it was Friday already, but it's only Wednesday. It happens. Hopefully everybody else is having every day is a Monday for sure. Yeah, I can feel that. But every day's a Monday until you don't have to go into work. Right? So it goes like if you work 5 days a week, it's Monday, 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 Friday, and then Saturday, Sunday, Monday, 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 Monday. That's probably the more accurate way of reading the days of the week. For sure. 100%. I mean, tell me I'm wrong, you know? Add a little bit of bright warm gray into this dark warm gray. And we're gonna get some more. Oh, a little bit too bright. Let's tone that down just a smidge. There we go. All right, and now we're going to get into some more precision highlighting. Just kind of getting some of the eye lines of the skulls. You know what? We're going to need a little bit more bright warm gray. I'm going to tone that back up a little bit. It was a little too quiet. We need to make it a little louder. So you should take highlights. You need quiet highlights and loud highlights. You don't want highlights that are where you don't want to do a super stark contrast unless it's the style that you're going for, right? If you do like a super stark contrast, your highlights can be a bit loud. I'm really just making up these terms, but it sounds good. It can be a little loud. You're like, you look at it, you're like, it's loud. Calm down. There's the hair. There it is. You got the hair. And just put a little bit of this right there. Okay. And catch this little bit of a highlight. Gotta catch this edge. There we go. Alright, I gotta, while paint was drying, gotta re-wet, re-engage. There we go. Oh, this is looking so good. It's looking good. I'm happy. I'm happy with this. I was kind of lukewarm with the last paint job, but this one I'm very happy with. And then we're going to have to highlight up a little bit of the purple. gonna mix some light warm gray with our purple. Get a little bit of medium to kind of dilute it, make it a little bit more pliable. I like using medium instead of water because water can cause it to kind of run everywhere, but the medium doesn't cause the paint to break down. At least in my experience. I know some people use water, some people don't. I think it really depends on where you are in the world. But yeah, oh, this is looking good in terms of highlights. Picked a good color for this. All I'm really doing is just skimming over the top of the rose, trying to catch the edges of the petals so that we can kind of get some idea that that is a rose. And then we're actually going to add another increase in hue, brighter hue to it. It's more like a warm gray with a tint of purple. And we're going to use that to really get the high point of the rose. It seems like a really minor detail, but I think it's more of just a flex than anything else. It's like just like, yeah, I highlighted it with 3 colors. Ooh, fancy. But more tonal variety in hues is always good. Just to show that like there's not just 2 tones to it. There we go. All right. I think the Nuln Oil has dried. So now that we have gotten to that bit, we are going to go into the making the poison bit of the blade. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get some Warpstone Glow. Put a little bit of that. Come on. Oh, that's scary. Did I not use Warpstone Glow last time? Or did I use green last time? I think I used green last time. Because Warpstone Glow seems to have a clog. Where's my pokey tool? I have a pokey tool. Pokey tool. Hey, pokey tool. Do your pokey thing. Boop. Can we get green now? Survey says no green. Shit. Ah! We're okay. We're okay, everyone. No green came out. No green on the carpet. However, we are going to take moot green. And we are going to take green. Just green. I'm going to take some of this. Put a drop of that on the palette. I swear, green from Pro Acryl and Warpstone green from Citadel are practically the same thing. So there we go. Just a little drop because we're going to be using very little of it. All right. But first we'll do the dark green. We'll do the camo green first. We're going to use a little bit of medium in here just to kind of make it more of a washy consistency. We're going to apply it to the underside and kind of the tip of the blade. I think we're going to need another little coat of that. We'll have a nice deep base color. There we go. Deep base color for the poison. Something to highlight up from. And then we're going to go to our warp lot, our green from Pro Acryl. And we are going to, once again, we're going to take up less area though. We're not going to go as far up on the blade. What is this? Who's sending me a message? Oh. What the hell is that? That looks like a spam number. That's a spam number for sure. Hey, getting spam called. It's the worst. Let me apply another layer of green. A lot of these transitions, on camera it's going to look almost non-existent, but like in terms of eye, it's very gradual, but it is a necessary gradual kind of highlight up. I wish you guys could see it. I really do. And unfortunately, my camera is not up to snuff yet. But we'll get there one day. We'll get there. I just ask that you all be patient with me as I try to figure it the hell out. Go. Let that dry for a second, see how that looks in the end. I feel like there needs to be an increase in the brightness. I still need to get an increase in brightness for the cowl cloak thing. I'm trying to be really subtle with this color. I think it needs actually a little bit of red added into it. Let's see. Oh, that's a lot of red. That was a lot of red. Actually, we're gonna see. Let's see how this looks. I'm gonna start down here. If I don't like it, then we're not gonna apply it. You know, I kind of like it. I kind of like it, and we're going to apply it. You know what? Let's make it just a tad brighter. There we go. I'm going to try and do some stipple highlights. Especially along the edges here. It is not diluted enough. Let us dilute more. More dilution. There we go. So this will bring a little bit more of a reddish hue. Or at least that's the goal, is to try and get more of a reddish hue onto this kind of highlight. Just need very, very little. Just add a little bit of it everywhere. I think it's looking actually not too bad. Kind of blend everything. I don't know. Maybe blend it all a little bit together. I want to figure out if I want to do something for the eyes. But I don't know what I want to do, because putting blood on the eyes is going to be kind of moot. Although I could. I kind of like doing the whole bloody eye effect. It's really neat. So we might do that. Huh. I think a thing that I want to do is I'm going to take a little bit of Druchii Violet and dilute it a little bit, just kind of like we did with, let's see, is this my size 4? This is my size 4. I'm going to try and bring it up into the very base of the red, just to kind of go a little purple, red, orange, yellow. I think that'll be good. I'm going to get a brush full of this, put it over here near the purple. All right, and we're gonna apply this around the base. Around the base of the wispy bits. I'm just gonna try and feather it out a little bit by using the old finger trick. Smudge it out from the finger. Here though, I gotta use the old wet brush technique though. Let that dry for a second, and then we'll give it a second go. Oh, it has been a day. Ah. I think I want to add. Where's my dry brush? I use this one. I do want to add a little bit of orange to the base of her cowl cloak thingy to kind of warm it up a little bit. So let's see if I can do that. Get a little bit of yellow. I'm going to try and incorporate some yellow in here. Ooh, this is going to be... Please don't fuck this up. Oh, what are you doing, Bubbles? What you sniffing, city boy? Huh? I feel like there needs to be just kind of like a bluish tint underneath to really counter out the red. Oh, this is now getting all the colors to balance out is really becoming a pain in the ass. Let's make the ground a little bit more desaturated and bluish. I'm going to leave the tombstone alone. Everything else is going to be desaturated a little bit. To include the vines, but not the roses. We'll leave the roses alone because they'll stand out and pop. But everything else is going to get toned down with this blue wash. That should be able to counter or be the balancing tones in the piece. At least that's the goal. Unless you sniff the floor any harder, the whole carpet's going to come up. You weird boy. Mix a little bit of yellow and green to get this nice little point. And now I'm going to need a little bit of blue. Some Incubi Darkness. It's always a good color. We're almost there. We're almost at the end, folks. Where's Stonewall Gray? Stonewall Gray. I'm going to try and use Incubi Darkness as a little bit of a highlight color for the for the stone. Since we're trying to make it blue and desaturated. All right. I need you to dry. I need you to dry. What is this? Who? What? I think everybody else went to bed. Oh well. I should be going to bed here soon too. I got like another half hour before I need to start crawling into bed. But yeah. You know what? I think that cloak's looking good now that we have the counter of this yellow here. This definitely kind of like brightens everything up, and then the green. That green looks really good there. Come on, dry faster. Things dry faster in the desert, but for some reason doesn't want to dry fast enough now. Do I want? No, I don't want to do that. Do I want to? Do I? I look at this and I'm like, do I want to? No, I don't. Do I want to? No, I don't. Let me just... That I'm going to be fighting this thing all night, and I don't feel like fighting this thing all night. So we're not going to do that. We're not going to do the thing that I had in my head, which was airbrush some Druchii Violet into the bottom part here to kind of get a little bit of a purplish tint, but that'd be too drastic, in my opinion. Let's see here. Okay. Just a slightly lighter blue-gray kind of color for highlights. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's what we're looking for right there. No. Oh, got it. And I get my little... That's my little scrubby brush when I screw up. All right. Well, let's see. Trying to catch all the other little edges. I kind of want to be nice and a little thicker with these highlights so that it's like, oh yeah, these stones are blue. Or they have been blued. Past tense. Maybe give it a little bit of that like icy. It's not exactly icy, but like a little bit of that. It's a cold. It's a cold effect on the bottom. All right. I think the final bit for some random ass highlights. For I'm just gonna call this model good. I'm gonna apply some. I'm gonna apply some green highlights. It's not the right green that I want. I'm gonna apply some green highlights to the vines that are down there just to kind of make them pop out a little bit more. We highlighted all the blues, all the purples, all the greens, or all the blues and the purples. We might as well highlight the greens. So I'm gonna use a little bit of this moot green and get all these little vines, just so that we know that that they are green. We acknowledge the fact that they are green. Come on, get this last little bit in here. There we go. We're so close. All right. I think we can do the victory lap now. Let's do the victory lap. Stonewall Gray, because that's what we did for the last one. We did some Stonewall Gray. Which one I think is better? Let me put it all in frame. That might help. Which one do you think looks cooler? I mean, can't give a full rotation. We're gonna get there. There's the Bubbas. Bye, Bubbas. Turn off the rust cam. Oop, there we go. All right, let's get this Stonewall Gray on the palette. We'll do the victory laps with this. Before we do, let's take a good old drink. This looks like piss, I know. This is just PBR. Cheers, everybody. Another mini completed for Spooky Month. Everybody be proud, be happy. We have completed another miniature. One more thing of gray that has been slayed. We are slaying the gray, one stream at a time. Well, yeah, we're making it a little bit at a time. Spooky Month is always interesting. Try and make this even lines. I didn't think about it until I started doing it. I was like, wait, I highlighted all the way up to those stones. I need to like not paint them. And then I painted them like that. So let's see if I can correct said error. Here's my little scrubby brush. Scrubby brush. Yeah. corrections. Semi-accomplished? I wanted to say corrections accomplished, but I don't think that's fully the case here. That's not. The scrubby brush is not the brush you need to lick. It's not a licking brush. It's a wash brush. It's habit lick brush. I like brush, I lick it. Back to Stonewall Gray. See if I can apply this coat of Stonewall Gray without screwing it up this time. I don't know if I actually want to. I might. I don't know if I want to do this Stonewall Gray anymore. I've been doing Stonewall Gray for the rest of the minis, and for some reason, for this base, I don't know if it. We'll just go with it. Fuck it. Like I said, plans. I ain't got them. I don't have plans. I just kind of wing it. And we get these products that we see here. But yeah, if anybody has any suggestions on who I can raid, you know what? Let me see here real quick. Who is available to raid? I just kind of want to get an idea of who we can do. Oh, Hecatone streaming. Yeah, we're going to raid Hecatone. We'll raid him when we are done here, which we are almost done. But we're going to raid him. He came in earlier, and then he started streaming. I swear, that man streams every single fucking day. God bless him. I mean, I stream 3 times a week, sometimes. It's usually like, 2. But every day, God bless. I couldn't do it. I could not do it. All right. I think that is enough on the final laps. So now we're going to start visibly seeing a thick-ass layer of paint if we do any more laps. Well, what do y'all think, everybody? Hopefully, that looks good to you there at home on the camera. It looks great over here. A little bit of a different color tone. Instead of using the traditional like blues and light blues and dark blues and whites, we did something a little bit different. We went dank. Thank you. We did a little bit more of the reds and greens, a little bit of yellows in there. Kind of tie it all together and then kind of darken down the base a little bit there. I think it looks really good. That was fun. That was really fun. I enjoyed that. All right. Well, I think that's gonna pretty much be it for tonight. I'm gonna take some pictures tomorrow. I'm gonna take some pictures tomorrow so that we can get them up on Instagram. If you want to see the nice candied shots of these miniatures that I painted up this week, they'll be up there on Instagram. Let me plug that here real quick. If you're sitting in chat, !IG, bam, there it is. So go ahead and follow me on Instagram. Thank you so very much. We hit 100 followers. We hit our follower goal. I'm so excited. I can't believe it. There's 100 people in this world that are like, you know what? This dude's all right. We're going to follow him. We're going to see what else he comes up with. It's an honor. I feel very blessed. I didn't think like 2 months ago that we were going to be at this point to where we'd have 100 followers, let alone like be affiliated, anything like that. So it's all thanks to you guys who are watching in the audience. You guys are amazing. Also, if you want to see more, if you haven't dropped a follow, please drop a follow. We got another goal that we got to go to. We're going to put the next goal probably at like 200. I'm going to see if we can hit 200 followers. I don't know when we're going to do that, but that's going to be the goal. It's going to be 200 followers. Just keep going up and up and up. All right? Making money moves. Make big moves. That's what we're all about here. Not really. We're about experimenting and having fun. Having fun, drinking some beer, talking. I know I kind of like got a little bit more concentrated on the work as we progressed in this particular paint job. But hey, you know what? It is what it is sometimes. Let me bring us to the final end screen. That is the break. Let's go to the end. And I want to thank you all so much for joining me on today's stream. It has been a lot of fun. Thank you. Thank you, Tatiana. We're gonna raid Hecatone. This man, God bless him. He's been painting this like Christmas ogre army with like 60 Noblars in it. And if you don't know what that is, that's okay. You're just gonna see him paint a lot of like Christmas themed stuff. I think he's trying to get it done before the holidays really come into full swing. So I think this month is going to be his crunch month of getting that done. So let's show him some support and raid him. And when we get there, we have to say the party is here. Okay? Say the party is here in chat. Just let him know that we raided him and that everything's going to be all fine and dandy. Because we're here to have a good time. All right. Thank you all so much for watching. I love you all. Thank you so much for the 100 followers. And let's keep the good times rolling on possibly tomorrow. More than likely Thursday. Or not Thursday. Saturday. Saturday is going to be the big kickback stream. Hope to see you all there. All right. Take it easy, guys.